Hi, and welcome back. Now we're going to talk about the 5 stages of the diet after surgery. So, stage 1 is considered clear liquids, and day 1 is actually the day you get back from the hospital. So, you're going to be on clear liquids for 7 days. And so, the overall things is the main goal. Think of each stage as a building block. So, there is a focus. And so, for stage 1, it's rest and hydration. Those are your main focuses for stage 1. So your liquids have to be sugar-free. So that's what we talked about before. Everything has to be less than 5 grams of sugar, non-carbonated. So even like your carbonated waters, anything with bubbles is an absolute no. And of course, no alcohol. The recommendation is no alcohol for 1 year post-surgery. No caffeinated beverages. Now, um, because you can get really severe acid reflux, and plus coffee, caffeine is a diuretic, so it does pull fluids out of you. Everybody's going to be different, but ideally, you're not going to do caffeine for 2 to 4 weeks after surgery. But once you can easily get your baseline fluid needs in, which is 48 ounces of fluids, you can bring caffeine back in. Because your pouch is so tiny, remember you're not able to guzzle. So basically you're taking about a half an ounce every 5 minutes or so. So you want to make sure you sip those fluids so you're not throwing up. Warm or room temperature fluids, you do better. What I would recommend is as soon as you wake up in the morning, you want to do either an herbal tea or a broth, something, because warm fluids are going to relax the stomach muscles, and then it's easier to get your fluids, those baseline fluid needs in. And then if you're going to do something like a Bywater or a Vitamin Water Zero, I would encourage you at the beginning to leave those out. I wouldn't put things in the refrigerator. And then if you're getting your baseline fluid needs in, which is 48 ounces, you can start your protein shake as early as day 3. You don't have to, but like let's say you're on day 3, you're easily getting 64 ounces of fluids, and you're just, you have to listen to your body. So if your body's like, man, I feel like I need something of more substance, you can bring your protein shake in as early as day 3. Now, if you do bring your protein shake in, remember, the goal is not protein in stage 1. Your goal is rest and hydration. And so if you do bring the protein supplement in earlier than week 2, I would start off very small, like maybe drink a quarter of the protein drink, and then the next day drink a half, because you don't want to drink it too fast or bring it too much in at one time, because what happens is you can trigger yourself to get sick, and you want to, obviously we want to prevent that from happening. So like I was saying, you start your day with warm fluids just to relax the stomach muscles. A lot of people do have a really severe nausea after surgery and inflammation. So I highly recommend doing some form of ginger. I would encourage you guys to get the real ginger root, chop it up into small pieces and boil it in a big pot of water for like an hour, and then just maybe put it in a big container and drink it throughout the day. You could warm it up and drink it like it's a tea. And then if you feel like that's too much work, then you could definitely get just like the ginger tea bags, but ginger definitely will help with decreasing inflammation and nausea. And then a lot of times people are not able to, like I said, with the severe acid reflux, a lot of patients can't keep fluids down. So always think, if you're not able to drink fluids or you're feeling really nauseous, then you could do either the sugar-free popsicles or suck on ice chips. So you do have a grocery list, but basically your clear liquids are, your broths. And if you do, even though protein is not a focus in stage 1, a lot of times your bone broths, uh, they have around 10 grams of protein. So you can get a bone broth if you want, because it's a clear liquid. It will add some protein into your diet. A lot of times patients will go and get the low sodium broths. You do not have to do that. Sodium is an electrolyte, and cramping, because of you're not taking in very much, you're not getting a lot of hydration. So with your broths in the beginning, just do the regular broths, because you actually need the sodium, you need the electrolytes. You can do sugar-free Jello, sugar-free popsicles. I recommend the Outshine bars. They have real fruits and vegetables in their popsicles. You can do decaf or herbal tea, but definitely no coffee at all. Of course, like I mentioned, all your sugar-free drinks, like Crystal Light Pure, Vitamin Water Zero, the Bai Waters, things like that. And so you can see, like with the Vitamin Water Zero, it does have a color. So basically a clear liquid is anything that is transparent, anything that you can see through. So you should be able to see your hand on the other side. So for example, like your juices, like your diet apple juice, diet cranberry juice, it has color, but you can see through it, versus like an orange juice. So your diet cranberry juice would be something that you could have, but orange juice or a solid color liquid would be a no. And it's just best, each stage you do have a grocery list. And so I would keep it very simple, and just stick to what's in the grocery list for each stage of your diet. So the bottom line for stage 1 is your goal is to get a minimum of 48 ounces of fluids by the end of day 7. So that's your main goal, is to get that baseline fluid needs in. If you can get more, that's great. And then if you feel like you're ready, you can start your protein shake as early as day 3. So minimum of 48 ounces of fluids. You want to sip your fluids at like a half an ounce every 5 minutes. And like I said, you can do your protein shake as early as day 3.